Sewing in yarn ends is one of the things we get asked about a huge amount in crochet workshops. So I thought I'd just do a quick demo, really quick, to show you how I sew ends in. I use a really large eye needle and thread my ends. I always leave my ends quite long so that they can be sewn in easily. And what you have to remember is that a crochet stitch is like a clamp. It forms a clamp around a previous row. So at the centre here, I've got like a tunnel that I can sew this end through. So I'm going in the direction that the yarn wants to go in. So I'm going round that tunnel there. And I usually go all the way round first, kind of back to where it started. And if I want to neaten up that edge, that sort of hole a little bit, then I will give it a little bit of a pull so that it's a bit tighter. And then I do a few stitches back on myself. So can you see how I've come back over that stitch there? Come back and forward a little bit. So again, back on myself and forward, just keeping my needle in that tunnel created by the stitches. Back on myself a little bit. And then that one's probably about right, actually, just so it's gone all the way round, a few oversews, and then I cut my yarn end. Now the problem I have here is that my yarn end could be visible from the front because it's right at the centre. So what I'm actually going to do is take this end, rethread it, and take it up the post of the stitch and lose it in that row higher there. Just gently pull it so it's the same tension as my crochet, and then cut my yarn end. And when I cut the yarn end, I don't go really tight and close like that. I come a bit further away and cut. The reason I leave a little bit of a tail is because overuse, that will start to pull through. So once I've washed it, blocked it, had it around the house a little bit, I would go back over and cut those off. So here, if I'm going to do a next one, let's do this yellow one here. If I'm doing one a bit further out, again, I would just make sure that I'm going through that tunnel created by stitches. I've gone forward by about 4 stitches. And then I'm going to come back on myself slightly. So it's like forward, and then one back on myself, forward, through that tunnel and back. So I'm going quite a few stitches. I've done quite a few oversews, at least 3 there, and then when I'm happy that pulls back, I cut my yarn end. And again, you can see I'm not cutting really close, I'm cutting a little bit away from the crochet.